Today, let's understand the concept of custom layers. This custom layers is part of Unit 3 and Part A. Now, let's consider an example here. You are building a very repetitive architecture which contains an identical block of layers repeated many times. See, for example, your model is a sequence of layers that is ABC, and this ABC is repeated three times. And this kind of architecture that we want to build, we might not we might not get a default implementation of a TensorFlow. So the best possible solution is to go with the concept of custom layers. Here, we'll go back to the same example which has a sequence of layers ABC, ABC, and ABC. Now, you might want to define a custom layer D that contains layers A, B, C. So the model will be simplified to D, D, and D. Now, in order to create the custom layers, we would need few methods. That is, by default, we would use few methods for creating a custom layers. And we would extend tf.keras.layers class for implementing a custom layer. So the default methods that we need to use for creating a custom layers are: first one is the init, that is the initialization with the constructor, and next one is build. This build method is basically used for creating the layer variables, identifying the weights and bias, and we'll learn much more details when we go forward by for creating a dense class. And the next one is the call. This method, that is the call method, basically used for the computation, where we compute input into weight plus bias. So these are the three common methods that we needed for creating a custom layers. Now, while we want to create a custom layer, there are layers which does not need any weights, such as the flatten layer. In order to create a custom layer without any weights, the simplest and best possible option is to go with the option of lambda layer concept. That is, we will write a function and wrap it with the keras.layers.lambda. Here you can see an example, that is layers with no weights, where we have created a function called as tf.exponential for each value of the input, the lambda function, and then we wrap it with the keras.layers.lambda, which is assigned to the exponential layer. This kind of layer, we can use it in the sequential API, functional API, or subclassing API. And even we can use it as part of activation functions. Now let's understand the custom layer concept with respect to weights. When we want to build a custom stateful layer, we would need a subclass of we have to create a subclass of keras.layers.layer class. We have to create a subclass for this. And you can see a code here where we have created my dense layer class. In this particular class, the class name is myDense, which creates a subclass of type keras.layers.layer that includes five methods. First is the constructor, that is the initialization method. Next one is the build method, and next is the call method. The fourth method is the compute output shape method. Fifth one is the getConfig method. Let's understand this method in little more detail. The class name is myDense here, and we know that we are creating a subclass of keras.layers.layers class. The first method is the initialization, that's a constructor. This takes all the hyperparameters as the arguments, such as units, which is nothing but neurons, activations, and keyword arguments. And self is always part of the methods. And the next line in this method is we are calling a super. We are using a super keyword to call the parent constructor by passing the keyword arguments. When we include this line, it basically takes care of standard arguments such as input shape, trainable, and name. And when the user passes the inputs or the neurons, it gets assigned to self.neurons. And the activation, the the value which is passed in the activation, it converts the activation argument to the appropriate activation function using keras.activations.get function. An example here could be relu, selu as such. That's about the constructor. Let's move on with the next method, that is build. In this build method, the main role of this build method is to create the layer variables. These layer variables are created when we call add method. So this add method basically includes the shape, the name, such as kernel is nothing but the weight, and the shape is like includes all the inputs, the shape of the layer inputs, and the neurons. Along with that, we pass the initializer. The value which is passed here is the Gloret normal initializer. That's a weight initialization method. And we have bias. The bias is again calculated using the add weight method. The name given to this is bias. The shape is nothing but the neurons, units, and the initializer here is 0. So we find out all the weights and the bias associated with each and every layer. And at the end, we call the parent build method. This tells that the Keras, this tells Keras that the layer is built successfully. All the layers are built successfully. Now let's move on with the next method, that is call. In this call method, it basically performs the desired operation. The operation that we are performing here is the multiplication, that is the matrix multiplication of the input x with the kernel, that is the weight, plus the bias. And the value that we get here is, on top of that, we will apply the activation function to the result. This gives us the output of the layer. And the next method is the compute output shape method. This method simply returns the shape of the layer output. This, as I told you, it basically returns the shape of the inputs except the last dimension, that is the out target. It except the last dimension, it is replaced. The last dimension is basically replaced with the number of neurons in the layers. And the last method is the getConfig method. This getConfig method basically details about the saves the details about the activation function with the full configuration by calling keras.activations, that is keras.activations.serialize. It returns the details, that is the full configuration details of the activation function. The whatever I have explained here is just given in this particular slide, that is the initialization constructor, the build method, the call method, compute output shape, and the get config. Now, if we want to create a layer with multiple inputs and multiple outputs. In that case, we need to update the class. So when we need a multiple input, we would, for example, the concatenate, the argument to the call method, that is, the argument to the call method gets updated to return the tuple containing all the inputs. And similarly, the compute output shape will also be updated to return the tuple containing each input batch shape. To create such a layer with multiple outputs, the call method should return the list of outputs, and compute output shape should return the list of batch output shapes. You can see a class here which takes my multi-layer as a class name with subclasses keras.layers.layer, which includes two methods, that is call and compute output shape. And this layer takes two inputs, x1 and x2, and returns three outputs, x1 plus x2, x1 multiplied by x2, and x1 divided by x2. And in compute output shape, it returns the batches B1, B1 and B1. That's about the custom layers